Hey, we have a bonus video that we want to share with you. It's not baseball related, but I think you'll enjoy it. On our way down to Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium and the start of spring training here at Jupiter, Florida, we had a chance to stop by the new Drury Hotel at Disney Springs, right there on the Disney properties, where we had a chance to visit with a really interesting guy, a guy named Joe Yakovetic. You may not know his name, but he's got an interesting story to share, and we think you will enjoy it. So let's listen to that interview now. All right, here we are at the Disney Springs Drury Hotel. Joe, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
As we talked about just a second ago, we'll talk about some of your long career, the things you've done for Disney. We've got 3 of your prints, your artist work in our house, but you've also been involved in the Halloween Pumpkin Wars, Carving Wars, and now you've got a bunch of new projects out that we wanted to talk about.
Okay, well, I brought some of my Disney prints to show. These are a while back, but this is a little wooden head, and I'm known for hiding things in the pictures. So if you look at the goldfish bowl, you'll see the reflection of the blue fairy in it. And then if you see the shadow of next to the fiddle, you'll see the shadow of Jiminy Cricket from the animated film there. But I have all live or realistic animals in the piece. This is above the firehouse, so if anybody has always wondered what it looked like upstairs, this is what it looks like. This was Walt's apartment. He had it furnished. The couches are actually like day beds that pull out, and him and his family spent many, many hours there, and that was kind of a catalyst for building his apartment, which is now part of Club 33 and the Dream Suite in New Orleans.
What's next? That's a nice, neat little print.
Okay. This is actually an original watercolor of Snow White with the autograph or the actual signature of Adriana Caselotti, who was the voice of Snow White.
Okay. And then let's look at some of your new things. This one, I think, is something that's going, you said this is in its 4th printing now?
Right. This is they just printed it on the 4th time now. So if you get the new books, it'll have my name in it, illustrated by Yakovetic. And this is a color by number coloring book. What's wonderful about these is they're printed on one side and the pages are perforated so you can take them out and frame them. And they have a palette inside so you can match the palette with paint or colored pencils or markers, whatever you are so designed.
So you're suggesting what color should go in what spot, not
Exactly.
Not let people kind of come up with their own
You
own design.
can, but
And you can find out who can color within the lines or not.
there you go. Yeah, and you want to color on the line.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah.
That's the secret?
Otherwise, you'll have a gray line going through everything.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So this is one of our latest books with Dr. Josh McConkey, who is he's an ER doctor. He runs the departments, and he also is a colonel in the military, in the Air Force. So he wrote a book called Be the Weight Behind the Spear, and he decided to turn that into a series of children's books. So our first one is be the heart of a leader, and it's a fun picture book about what it takes to be a leader. You don't have to be the fastest, strongest, or the smartest, but it takes integrity, it takes caring, and
so these are perfect books for grandparents to buy for their grandkids.
And something to sit through and read. And I have a little squirrel that runs through the book. He's almost on every page.
Oh, that's fun.
So we do some squirrel rehabbing, so that became our little thing. It's not in the story, but it's in the book. And then the last thing we have is Fred Stone and the Frontier Circus. Fred Stone started in 1864 in the circus as a tightrope walker at the age of 10. Him and his younger brother were in the circus for a number of years. And so his granddaughter, P.J. Sloan, wrote this book inspired by his life. Many of the incidences are true, but it's a fictional mid-grade novel book. And Fred went on to do vaudeville and honky tonk and Broadway. And in 1903, he was the original Scarecrow on Broadway in The Wizard of Oz. And he, an amazing person. He is friends with Will Rogers, best friends with him. And Will Rogers went took his place in a Broadway show when Fred was in a plane crash.
Wow.
And so here's a picture of Fred and his younger brother Ed as the cow in The Wizard of Oz on Broadway. Fred also knew Annie Oakley, and she left him all her papers.
So how can anybody can get any of these books?
You could get this on Amazon, and just pull up Fred Stone and the Frontier Circus, or Yakovetic, which is my name, and Sloane, Sloane, is the author, P.J. Sloane.
Those are all really interesting things and a lot of variety.
Oh yeah.
That kind of keeps you going. It's kind of doing different things.
Right. We're already starting our second book on Weight of the Spear. And what else am I doing? Planning some new things for the end of the year.
Of all the things that you've done, is there anything stand out to you as being your favorite?
Oh, golly. That's a tough one, because everything has been an adventure. Nothing really planned out. One of the greatest adventures was being part of the Gone with the Wind 70th anniversary and meeting some incredible people like your wife and you, and getting to do fine art based on that film. Probably one of the most fun pieces, which doesn't exist now, was the Say Hello to Honda's Osimo for the 60th anniversary or 50th anniversary of Disneyland. They had me design the theater and the sets and the graphics that wrapped it. And the fun part was Honda was paying for it. So when I said, what is this going to cost? They said, get it done.
That's the kind of boss you want, yeah.
Yeah, so that probably was the most fun.
So, well, congratulations on all that you've done. Best of luck with all the new projects, and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much. What an honor.